Hey, what is going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to be talking to you about the Call of Duty Black Ops 5 announcement, because today we just received a brand new shocking piece of information about the reveal for the game that a lot of you, especially if you watched my last video, were probably not expecting. Now, with that being said, by the end of the video, if you do go ahead to enjoy it, make sure you drop the video a thumbs up, as well as make sure you subscribe to the channel if you enjoy Call of Duty update videos or Call of Duty Zombies, since this is a Zombies channel. Also, make sure if you enjoy Zombies that you drop a follow down below at the link in the description to twitch.tv/JoeMatt123. Since we stream there every single day at approximately 9:15 p.m. EST, and it's almost always Call of Duty Zombies. So, moving into the actual piece of information from the long sensation himself, Tom Henderson, he says, continuing with the bad news, and by the way, I'm going to link this to my last video and tell you why I don't think this actually is bad news at all, why it could actually be good news. I'm going to also link it to the Warzone Season 5 or Season 4 event, whichever one it actually turns out to be. But, with that being said, continuing what Tom Henderson said, he says, continuing with the bad news, I also got word today that the next COD reveal might be pushed back until August. And that, whoa, like, that's crazy. That's almost 2 months from now, and this by far is already the latest we have gotten a COD reveal, and we're just pushing boundaries way further than we ever thought it would get to. But why do I believe that this actually could be a very good thing for the game? Well, let's first recap some of the information I talked about in my last video, and one of those things that I highlighted was that one of DK Dynamite's sources had said that there was not supposed to be a multiplayer beta for the game, that the multiplayer just wasn't ready to be shown off yet. So if that is the case, I think that's actually good. Not that the multiplayer is not doing too sweet right now, but that there's going to be no multiplayer beta. If they combine that with a late announcement, I think it may actually work out. And the reason is because when you just think about it, when we get that initial announcement for Call of Duty, we have an explosive, an exponential increase in hype. Then as the summer goes on, the hype levels still increase, but they increase at more of a linear / leveled out level. It doesn't necessarily increase explosively. We don't have an explosive increase straight from announcement all the way through launch. That would be great, but it just doesn't work like that. However, this time around, if they announce the game later and there is no beta, so for example, they announce it in August, and then they can, just focus just campaign in August, then in September they focus on just MP, for example, then in October they focus on just zombies, and then bang, in November, that's it, the game's out. The game's freaking out in November. They literally only have 3 months, and my point is that with a short amount of time to reveal the game to us over those 3.5, 4 months that they have from announcement in August, every piece of information is just going to add to the initial hype. So we have the initial explosive hype, and of course it'll level out a little bit, but I personally believe that the hype curve won't die down as much as if they announced it back in May and we had 6+ months until launch. Because people would just be sitting there kind of in limbo waiting for the next piece of information to come out, when now, if they announce it in August, which again is looking like the case, not only do we have the announcement in August already so close to launch, but we have a short amount of time for stuff to get announced. So say it gets announced in August, like I said, they can just keep the information rolling in. Just a ton of stuff about, like I said, a ton of stuff about campaign in August if they want. Then in September if they want, they can roll out the MP stuff. Then they can wait all the way to October for zombies and just start rolling out zombie stuff. Or they can just obviously do a mix-up all throughout the next 3.5 months and just keep the hype rolling in and keep the information announced in shorter periods of time between each announcement. So for example, maybe they announce a new score streak or something in MP, and then they also want to announce something about zombies. They can keep that information 2 weeks apart and still be okay, opposed to announcing those a month apart. They literally have 6 months typically between launch and announcement, and now they have a lot shorter period of time. And considering that everything that they want to announce is going to be finished for the final game, it could work to their advantage that they can just keep continually hyping people up and getting their friggin' motors zooming for this next game, getting them ready for the next game. And again, the reason why this could also work out that there's no beta is because they can't get a taste of any of this. We just keep getting hyped up and hyped up and hyped up over a shorter period of time. We can't get a taste of anything they're trying to hype up to us because there's no beta. And then as soon as it launches, bang, explosive hype. Now, whether or not the game's going to be good will obviously determine whether or not those hype levels remain intact, but my point is that they can literally go off. If they market this game correctly, having a late announcement, in my opinion, especially considering the ongoing situation in the world, whether it's with the, you already know the ongoing situations in the world. I'm not going to mention them in this video, but considering the ongoing situations, they can use those situations as a scapegoat to announce stuff later. And also, like I said, once they use that as a scapegoat, they probably won't even come out and say, you know, due to I'll say what Skizzle says, due to Roni, you know, we had to push back the announcement for the game, and that's why you got to reveal all the way back here. I doubt they're going to come out and say that, but if they wanted to, it doesn't really matter, because like I said, the point is that the announcement would be in August, and they only have 3.5 months to reveal a crap ton of information to us about the game, which will just maintain a higher amount of hype over that shorter period of time until launch, which I personally, again, believe is a really, or could be a really, really great thing for Call of Duty. Explosive hype, and they can just drive that straight through with Warzone. And now on the topic of Warzone, right? A lot of us were expecting, including myself, a massive Warzone event to go down at the launch of Season 4. Like, I was ready. As soon as it came out, I bought the Battle Pass. I was like, okay, event time. But in fact, what's actually going on is the Warzone event is progressing, yes, but ever so slowly. And this is something that TGR actually said over on Twitter. And when I actually thought about it, it just all makes sense now. It's lining up. The Warzone event, maybe it was at first, but it was never intended, in my eyes, to actually go down at the beginning of Season 4 or even during Season 3. In fact, it was actually meant this whole time for Season 5. But they wanted to start it throughout Season 3 to get that lore going, to get the Black Ops, what is it? They have some Black Ops aspects around the map. They have some Black Ops teasers around the map, some Black Ops atmosphere around the map already. And with that, they're starting to tease that during this brand new event, and the reason why we're most likely thinking that this is going to be incorporated into the event, not only the leakers said it, but it was also, or the Black Ops stuff, like for example, an RCXD is available only within the bunkers of the map, and that's where all the Easter eggs for Warzone are taking place. So you have to do Easter eggs to get into specific bunkers, and there's Black Ops teasers within those bunkers. You see what I'm saying here? You have to actually do stuff. They're not just flat out right in front of our face. So considering that the event itself may actually be an Easter egg that the community has to set off, I mean, regardless of if it is, it still shows that they're teasing something Black Ops related in Warzone already, and that would directly link into the event, and then possibly even give us a Black Ops map. And we've even gotten a leak that we could even be getting the Blackout map in Warzone at some point in time. Now, whether or not that's going to be in Season 5 or later, we'll have to wait and see. But if everything lines up correctly, right? Say, like I said, the Warzone event was meant this whole time to actually release with Season 5, then it just makes sense, right? Especially with everything getting pushed back another week because of the most recent ongoing situation, right? In August, Tom Henderson's latest report is that the game is not supposed to be revealed until that month, until early August. Now, Season 5 for Call of Duty Modern Warfare doesn't release until early August. That event is progressing, or those Easter eggs within Warzone are progressing ever so slowly. August isn't for another 2 months. So even if the Easter eggs progress at the rate they're progressing at, by August, at the beginning of Season 5, we may have an insane Warzone event that not only changes the map of Warzone, but also does, as we all expected it would do with Season 4, but actually teases COD 2020 through that event simultaneously as we get an announcement of the game. Because again, as I said, Tom Henderson is now saying that the reveal is most likely going to be pushed back into August, and everything is lining up correctly. Event in Warzone, August 3rd/5th, whenever it's supposed to release, somewhere around that date, we get Warzone Season 5, we get that event, and then we get the COD 2020 teasers, at least through that event, and then maybe we get a reveal on that day as well, or maybe we get a reveal a few days after that. Regardless, everything is starting to link up right around the same time as each other, so everything is working, at least. It's not like the Warzone event is seemingly going to happen in a week from now, and then we're not getting a COD 2020 announcement until August. That's what I'm saying. Everything is kind of falling right around the same time period, which again, just further shows that most likely, it's just going to all be linked together. The COD 2020 reveal, the COD 2020 teasers in Modern Warfare, and the Warzone event, they should all be linked together. Although we thought it was going to be the case with Season 4, none of us really realized how slowly the Easter eggs and the bunkers and everything going on within Warzone was progressing. It was progressing extremely slowly. But now, I think we have a better grasp on the situation, and I personally believe that that's how stuff's going to go down. Again, that's just my opinion, based off of some of the leaks and information that we've received around the community. You guys can let me know what you think down below in the comment section. But that's going to be it for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, drop it a thumbs up, as well as make sure you are subscribed to the channel with notifications turned on. I also want to say that I have memberships now enabled on my channel with a few different tiers, so if you guys want to support in an additional way, you can go ahead and do that, as well as I have some merch available at joemat123.com. All links are down below in the description, but you can get your coffee cups today. And also, if you're watching this far into this video, please let me know how my new intro is, and I will see you guys later.
I've been wishing for some better days. Could you listen? No, why can you stay?